When was the last time when you voluntarily took something new in your hand outside your comfort zone? Think about it. There would be very few such instances. But when you were a toddler, you were not afraid to take your first step and start walking. Even if you fell 100 times, you stood back and then you started walking. When you learned cycling, you were not afraid to get bruised after you fall on the road. But you did that, you learned, you stood up, you again started cycling. That's how you learn things, right? But what happened with the time? You got into your college, you developed your preferences, you had this mental block that, you are going to be judged by what you do. If you fail, people will label you, and that will go for maybe next 4 years or maybe entire life, you thought. What happened when you got into the job? You started being a follower than the leader. And what do I mean by follower? There's one guy who tells you to do something, you exactly do like that, 100%. If you do that, 110%, if you add value to the task given to you in certain way, that is where you lead. So what happened? Why don't we do it? Are we afraid of getting failed? In fact, are we afraid of even initiating something new which is out of our comfort zone? Reflect back. I don't want to give you any stories today, but I want you to think about your own life, the experiences which you had so far. How many times it has happened with you that you got an opportunity to do something absolutely new? People were looking for volunteers, and you, maybe in your heart, you wanted to, raise your hand and say that, I want to do it, I want to lead it. But your mind said, no, hold on. You probably don't know it. What if you fail? And you lost the opportunity. Isn't that so? So guys, be afraid and still do it. It is chapter number 14 in my book, Spiritually Professional. And I definitely wish you guys read this, because I've tried to put 5 most important points which stops us from leading anything, from initiating anything new. And I have also tried to give you the possibilities how you can overcome those 5 hesitations. So let me tell you the 5 hesitations. So I call it as sense of comfortainment. I devised this word. It's a combination of comfort and containment. That you probably get into a comfort zone and you want to be contained in that because nobody is pushing you off the couch. Number 2 is fear of unknown. What we are most afraid of is the fear of unknown. We don't know whether we are going to pass or fail, and therefore we stop. You always have 50% chances, 50% probability to succeed. Always remember that. Next is fear of failure, right? One is fear of unknown. What will be the outcome? Next is fear of failure. And this again we tag with the people, that how they are going to judge me. Why don't we think it like this, that even if I fail, what do I have to lose? I would have learned something. Probably next time I'll succeed. If I don't take this first step, how will I move on to my journey to the next level? I cannot. Fourth one is lack of knowledge. To overcome the fear of failure and fear of unknown, knowledge is the greatest weapon which anybody and everybody can have. But then we don't skill up in right time, and we lose the right opportunities, and then we say, then we blame it on the people, then we blame it on the circumstances that I could not get through it, maybe I wasn't lucky enough. Reflect back, introspect yourself. There is still time. You can still do it. And the last one is lack of commitment. Even if you have gained the knowledge, you want to overcome the fear of unknown and fear of failure. But then the commitment is something which you end up lacking because you're not sure of the results. Imagine what is the fun if everything you are doing, you're sure of the results. There's no fun then. Fun is always in the roller coaster rides, even in life. So my dear friends, take the plunge. The world is ocean of opportunities. Step into it. Find something for you. Deliver it. That gets you the credibility, and that credibility takes you much farther than where one promotion probably can take you, for which you might cry and die. How do you overcome the 5 greatest hesitations which stop you from taking the lead into something new? So my answer to this is 5 pointers. Number 1, take a pen and paper, write down your priorities. You should know what is your priority. You might have 100 priorities. Stick to the top 3 or top 5 at the max. Trust me, a human can maximum do that. Set short goals. Don't set a goal for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, 5 years. Set short goals. It's like you have to go from point A to point B in a city, one corner to other corner, but then there are multiple bus stops. So you just hop onto the bus, and with every stop you know that you're on the right path. Set short goals. Know that you're moving on the right path. Clarify your vision. Once you set short goals, once you know your priorities, you must have the vision that how you actually are going to deliver that. What do you need? Do you need the skill set? Do you need the mindset? Do you have both or not? You have to have a clear vision of what you want to do and how you want to do. Risk assessment is one of the most important things which all the textbooks on project management teaches you, but it's the basic thing. Like, we usually say that common sense is not that common. So one of the most common things to do in any aspect of your life, in any task which you do, is the risk assessment. You unconsciously do it, but try to do it a little consciously. You know the risks. If you do not do this, what will happen? If that is going to happen, which is not going to be in your favor, how will you overcome that situation? That gives you the clear vision, and that gives you the strength to move on the right path, which you really wanted to take. And then lastly, be committed to your goal, the initiative which you are taking. Do not step back from it. Unless you are sure that if I'm not able to do it, there is no one in this world who can do it. Do not step back. That's commitment. So ultimately, you have to take the call. You have to step into the unknown world. And that's where you learn to move forward. There is no fun in moving in the direction where winds are favoring you, where everything is favoring you. You will not learn, you will not grow strong. The best way to overcome any fear in life is to consciously step into it. Familiarize yourself with the fear. As you familiarize yourself with the fear, it will go away.